All right, we're back. We are here to assemble ourselves and defeat Pinheads.
Ryan is muted.
You're muted.
My bad, guys. I had gotten distracted for a bit, but don't worry. I'm locked in. I'm here to focus on the both of you today.
And I'm excited because I'm here with Jack.
Hell yeah. I got to team up with you last year, and honestly, it was an absolute blast. I'm here to do it again as long as you're willing. And you know what? I like what we were able to do last year.
You know, you guys got a big match going on. I mean, sure. My distractions are now out of the way, so I'm all here for you guys. So I'm here to support you guys in whatever you need. You need someone to back you up, give you some advice. That's what I'm here to do. But it's all about you guys. I'm taking too much time.
Don't pay attention to that Young Justice match. It never happened.
Okay.
That's awkward.
I think we can keep building off of that, and I'm very excited to have a second season to get that.
Let's do it.
Guys will play better. New
than I've been
Blazer,
playing
same
lately.
team. Let's do this.
Hello there.
Shall we begin?
Hey,
Hello.
welcome back to Fandom Fights. Exciting match. The Pinheads. Some assembly required. Tim. Nick.
Tyler. Oh.
Yeah. No. Hey, how's it going?
It's going, man. I'm excited. It's a little later than the typical match, but perhaps that means it'll be more exciting.
Yeah.
Two good teams. Some assembly required. Like we said, made up of two great players and had a very good rookie season, barring their last match where Young Justice knocked them out. But before that, they were really looking strong. Pinheads made it to they were contenders last year. They made it to a contender match. But ultimately they've kind of found themselves on like a really great win and a really tough loss. So here they're hoping to break that streak. But yeah, one of these teams will be above 500 at the end of the day, and I'm excited to find out which one.
Yeah, let's get into it. Starting with round one. How's it going to work?
Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down. At which point, the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. Should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each team will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge, for the entirety of the match. Teams, any questions as we get into round number one?
Good luck, guys.
Great. Your first question will come in the category of epic adventures. Which epic adventures film features performances from Bruce Spence and Tina Turner? How do you feel about Timmy Turner?
He was an average kid that no one understood.
Tootie understood him.
Mom and Dad and Vicky were always giving him demands.
I feel like you skipped the line.
3, 2.
No, you didn't. Well done.
Hands down. Let's go to Jeremy.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Albert.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Will.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
And Jack.
I forgot that franchise existed for a moment.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome is correct. Your next question is in the category of DreamWorks animation. Who is the second resident of Berk to encounter Toothless in How to Train Your Dragon? What was the problem, Nick?
There was no problem with him.
Oh, you just got a little excited.
When I went like this.
But his magic little fish that grant him every wish. They are his odd parents. They're the odd parents.
I'm like picturing the opening, but I'm struggling to remember the tune.
1, pens down. Let's go to Albert.
Astrid?
Let's go to Will.
I hope so, because I also said Astrid.
Let's go to Jack.
I also said Astrid.
And Jeremy.
Astrid.
Astrid is correct. 4-3. What's next, Nick?
Next question comes in the category of James Bond. In Tomorrow Never Dies, Q gives Bond what type of object that allows him to remotely control his car?
Wands and wings, floaty crowny things.
Floaty crowny things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obtuse, rubber goose, green moose, Java juice.
Oh, Java juice, giant steak,
birthday cake,
cake,
large fry, chocolate shake. 5, 4, 3.
Jimmy Neutron.
Hands down. Hi, I'm Paul. Let's go to Will.
I'm having a hard time describing it, so I just said Palm Pilot.
Let's go to Jack.
I said a watch.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I said a cell phone.
And let's go to Albert.
I also said watch.
Cell phone is correct. So that makes it 5-3. Yes, Nick?
That is what I have, Tim.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
challenge.
All right. Your next question coming in the category of Fight Night. In 1995's Mortal Kombat, which character does Sonya Blade fight first at the tournament? That is a way to spell her character.
How did this happen?
Oh my god.
I don't want to say anything yet, but I'll say something later.
About who wrote these questions.
That sounds ominous.
I think I know who wrote these. Sometimes I forget. That had to be on purpose, right?
Yeah, I guess probably because of the whole
Yeah.
title of the film. 5, 4.
Spelling words that are supposed to be with B with a K, yeah.
Pens down. Let's go to Jack.
I've seen this movie. It's not a real movie. Scorpion?
Yes, it is. Let's go to Jeremy.
Yeah, it's a realistic Kano.
Albert.
I said Sub-Zero.
And Will.
Kano.
Kano is correct. Nick, what's next?
Next question comes in the category of YA. In Divergent, what faction was 4 born into before joining Dauntless? You didn't listen
What
to
is
the
a Palm
did you?
Pilot?
It's the early version. It's what an iPhone basically became, or what the predecessor of an iPhone.
Yeah. Kind of like a BlackBerry type thing.
If you're my age, you know what it is.
Pens down. Well, I'm not. Let's go to
Exactly.
Oh, I said erudite?
let's go to Albert.
Abnegation.
Let's go to Will.
I spelled it wrong, but it's abnegation.
And Jack.
I was between abnegation and erudite, and I spelled erudite, but I spelt it very wrong.
Abnegation is correct. So Albert and Will pick up that one. It is 8-4. Your next question is in the category of Pixar. A bridge made entirely of petals appears in which Pixar film? I'm still on antibiotics, so I'm rocking the 0-0.
Oh. Didn't want to just spring for water?
After 5 days of just water and Gatorade, I needed to spice it up a little bit.
Gatorade.
H2O. 5.
Gatorade.
1
H2O.
pens down. Let's go to Albert.
Elemental.
Let's go to Will.
Coco.
Let's go to Jack.
I also said Coco.
And Jeremy.
Said Inside Out.
Coco is correct. Your next question is coming from Nick.
It's in the category of Marvel. Who directed Venom: The Last Dance? More importantly, why did they do that?
That's what I've been saying, and you've been championing this film.
No. I mean, why did they do one specific thing within it?
I'm guessing you mean the best part.
No.
If I had to
No.
guess, that's what you mean.
The whole thing is terrible. 5.
No, just the
3.
one part.
2.
Just
1.
the last dance.
Pens down. Let's go to Will.
I couldn't remember his name.
Well, that's unfortunate because
It is.
Let's go to Jack.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Let's go to Jeremy.
I knew it was a lady, but I wrote Josh Boone anyway.
Let's go to Albert.
This is at Andy Serkis.
It is a woman, and her name is Kelly Marcel. Kelly Marcel.
Okay.
Your next question is coming in the category
She's a
of
visionary.
the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the Weasleys' home is attacked by Death Eaters during which holiday?
Dude. That freaking they chose to call it The Last Dance, which meant they looked at that scene and said, this is it.
Yep.
This is what this whole thing is about.
Yeah. Correct. It's a terrible.
Everything built to that moment. Yep.
3,
It really did.
1. Pens down. Let's go to, I believe we're to Jack.
It's weird that they still celebrate the birthday of Jesus Christ in these movies, but I said Christmas.
Okay, let's go to Jeremy.
They're just about the presents. Christmas.
Let's go to Albert.
They're taught things at age 11 that would be miracles.
Let's go to Will.
And they literally could have called it Yule, but it's Christmas.
Christmas is correct. Nick, I have 12 to 7. Is that what you have?
I have that. Or no, I have 11 to 7.
Great. No, that makes more sense. Yes, that makes sense. Okay.
Great.
So 11 to 7 is the score. Nick, what's next?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of DC. What is the name of the psychiatrist who falls for Batman in Batman Forever? They will take first, last, or both.
God bless your soul. Oh, sorry. Apparently, in the Wizarding World, we're not allowed to talk about Jesus Christ. Oh, man. When this is
I had a
done,
similar thought about a different movie earlier.
Maybe he was the first wizard.
Brings up Bible stuff and it's weird.
5, 4. What movie? 3, 2.
Annihilation.
Oh, pens down. Yeah, that's right. Let's go to Jeremy.
Chase Meridian.
Let's go to Albert.
I just said Meridian.
Will
Yeah, I had patience.
and Jack.
I had an entirely wrong name.
Meridian, Chase Meridian is correct. So your final question is in the category of sci-fi icons. In T2 Judgment Day, what specific type of vehicle do John, Sarah, and the T-800 use to escape the mental institution? AKA Nick's house. Ooh.
Tim, I was told this is a much longer question. I might have to wait till round 3.
All right. 5.
Bugs, yay or nay?
Bugs?
Yeah.
Repeat.
Oh, that's going to be the first repeat for some assembly. Your question again. In T2 Judgment Day, what specific type of vehicle do John, Sarah, and the T-800 use to escape the mental institution?
Long story short, Anna once fled our home because she saw a bug, but she
What kind of bug?
spider, a big spider or something. I don't know. Not important. She promises, though, once we have a child, that she will not flee our home and abandon the child if she sees a bug. Should I believe her?
Yes.
I don't.
Parenting changes you.
You see a lot worse stuff.
I
just
never used
like
to kill
normal
spiders,
day
and
than
now I
bugs.
do all the time. 5.
No, I
4,
don't. She
3,
will.
2,
She will.
1.
leave.
Pens down. Let's go to Albert.
I just said semi-truck.
Let's go to Will.
I thought it was a hospital, so I said ambulance.
Let's go to Jack.
That was also my train of thought. I put ambulance.
And Jeremy.
Ambulance.
All incorrect. We're looking for a police car. A police car.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of round number 1, I have the score 12-8. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each team will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like to check down a multiple choice. At which point, it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, you got Criminal Underworld, Law and Order, Fight Night, Horror Icons, Pixar, James Bond, YA, and Epic Adventures. So, Pinheads, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
What do you guys think?
Ryan, give us your opinion first. You're muted again, boy.
Muted.
I keep muting myself just so I
It's
don't
okay.
talk. Okay, you guys have a very comfortable lead. If you guys feel like you want to defer, you're welcome to. But as far as what the wheel goes, if there's maybe like 1 or 3 categories you want to remove, then you can definitely defer. But if you feel comfortable with this wheel, I say go for it. Go first.
Yeah, I think we let it go. Let's see.
Let's see what they do first.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. I agree with both of my friends here. We shall defer.
Okay. This is going to be the spin for some assembly required. Lands on Fight Night.
Not terrible, but there's better for us.
Let's spin it again.
Spin.
Okay. This is what you're stuck with. And it lands on Opponent's Choice. So, Pinheads, you will get to pick the category.
All right, guys, this is definitely in your favor. Now, you guys did have some options while we were talking before this match.
Yeah, and then Jack wore a Bond shirt to the match, and I don't know if he's trying to like mess with us or if he just loves it. Or...
He wore a Bond shirt, but remember, both of them missed the Bond question.
I'm also
That's
wondering
true.
if I was playing with you guys, I probably would have given him Fight Night after that Mortal Kombat dig, but I'm not playing. So it is up to you guys. If you feel like you really want to give him Bond, or unless you want to give him something else, like
I think let's stick to the plan. Let's just give him Bond.
Okay, Bond it is.
All right. Nick, will you please go ahead and read some assembly required? There are questions in the category of James Bond.
Gladly, some assembly required. I'll be reading your questions in the category of James Bond. Are you prepared for them?
Sure.
Your first question. Which Bond film features a helicopter called the Tiger?
That sounds very familiar to me.
My first instinct is saying GoldenEye, but I'm not sure.
That would make sense. You want to check
Wanna
down
go multiples? Let's do multiple.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, License to Kill, B, Live and Let Die, C, For Your Eyes Only, or D, GoldenEye?
It's there. I don't remember it in Live and Let Die.
You want to go with GoldenEye?
Yeah, go with it.
GoldenEye, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, yeah.
Your second question. Who plays Jaws in The Spy Who Loved Me?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, what's his name? I can picture him and all the different Adam Sandler movies that he was in, but I can't remember his name.
You want to go multiple?
Yeah, I'll recognize a multiple choice. Multiple choice, please.
Yeah.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Steve Austin, B, Richard Kiel, C, Dolph Lundgren, or D, Robert Shaw?
It's Richard Kiel.
Richard Kiel.
Richard Kiel, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. In The World Is Not Enough, what is the last name of the main villain, Elektra?
King. Elektra King.
Okay.
King, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Tie game. All right, some assembly required. Your fourth question. Including Bond and Lashif, how many people are left in the game when the final all-in hand is played in Casino Royale?
Wow.
Oh. Including them, so 4?
How confident are you?
I'm not confident.
You want
And they'll probably
cut
shoot.
it down to multiple? Yeah, it's multiple.
We'll go for multiple choice to be safe.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A3, B4, C5, D6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least if we miss, it's only down to 1 steal.
Yeah, 4 was the first instinct I had. I don't really have any basis to go off of for that, but
Go for it.
4, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
Some assembly required. Your final question in James Bond. In From Russia with Love, Grant kills Nash and assumes his identity on what type of transportation?
It's a train, right?
It's a train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Train. Final answer.
And that is correct for 2 more points and the sweep of James Bond.
All right, some assembly required gets their total up to 15. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, we'll bring back in the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Pinheads. It lands on Pixar.
Are you guys feeling confident, or do you kind of want to try to spin again? I mean, they didn't. They got it. They may have answered every question in Bond, but they didn't get. They didn't.
Yeah, we're only down by 3. Right? We're okay.
Yeah, we're only down by 3. You want to spin it again?
Okay, yeah, I see Jeremy making that symbol. I just wanted to be sure.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This is what you're going to be stuck with. And it also
Wonderful.
Opponent's choice. So
What a
get
fail.
out of here.
I mean, they're not like.
What's their weakness?
They're not huge on Pixar, but like.
What about YA? You think?
See, I don't know with Will how good he is in how good he is in YA. That's the thing. Will is very. I can never get a beat on what he's good at and what he's not good at. So
I feel like you know these competitors better. I say between Pixar or YA, your call.
I think we can get more steals off of Pixar personally, but
okay.
Yeah, it's a toss up. I'm good either way.
Okay, so if you think Pixar, then let's go Pixar.
Give him Pixar.
Okay. Pinheads, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Pixar. Are you ready?
Sure. Let's do this.
All right, your first question. The main protagonist angers the main villain by making fun of his mustache in which Pixar film?
Is that Luca? Does that kid have a little mustache?
Oh, yeah. Luca, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good call, Jeremy. Jesus.
Your second question. Who voices Duke Kaboom in Toy Story 4?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And the lead. Your third question. What object falls on Buzz inside the dumpster, turning him back to normal in Toy Story 3?
Oh.
I don't remember at all. I would have to go multiple.
Let's go multiple because nothing's staying out.
All right.
Multiple choice, please.
Your options are A, boulder, B, microwave, C, television, or D, car engine.
I honestly don't remember. TV sounds like something somebody would just chuck in a dumpster walking by. Maybe. Car engine seems weird.
I want to hear. Repeat the options one more time, please.
Okay, your options again are A, boulder, B, microwave, C, television, or D, car engine.
My gut is saying microwave for some reason.
Okay.
Because I don't
got
think a
nothing.
boulder would fall into a dumpster.
Yeah, I'd say just go with that. That's fine. Like I said,
Mm,
I don't remember the scene at all.
Microwave, final answer.
That is incorrect. Some assembly
Sorry, man.
required chance for a 1-point
That's
steal. Is it A, boulder, B, microwave, C, television, or D, car engine?
I also thought the answer was microwave. So
The closest thing would be a TV.
boulder just doesn't make sense to me. I'm thinking TV.
Okay, let's go TV.
TV, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Sorry, Jeremy. Should have gone with you.
No, that's cool. Like, yeah. I had no
All right,
idea.
then head to the next question. At the end of Monsters University, the abominable snowman says that tampering with the mail is a crime with what punishment?
Banishment.
Yeah. Yep.
Banishment, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in Pixar? Who catches Jack Jack after Syndrome drops him at the end of The Incredibles?
Elastigirl, right?
That's when my instinct is going. Should we just shoot
Doesn't
for
she
it?
she erupts him out? I think so. Yeah.
Elastigirl, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right, so at the end of Pinhead's turn, they get their total up to 20. With the steals, some assembly is at 16. Is that what you have?
We could have skipped this round.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's get into round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the teams hear the category, they can choose who will take it. The other player will have to take question 2. They can reset for questions 3 and 4, and can confer on the 5th and final question. Once they hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated, or we have reached the end of the match. Teams, any questions as we get into round number 3? Go, Tim.
All right. First category you can bet points on is creature features. Let's get bets, starting with the Pinheads. Who's taking it, and how much are you betting?
I am in 1.
Okay. And Assembly, who's taking it, and how much?
I'll take it for 2.
Okay. Your question in the category of creature features is: in which creature features film will you hear the quote, "I bring the scientists, you bring the rock star"? It's your job to kill bugs.
Yeah, but also, like, if I'm not around, I'd like to know that my child won't be abandoned in our home.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jack.
I put Jurassic World.
And Jeremy.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park is correct.
Sorry.
So,
It's all right.
Pinheads will get 1 point, go up to 21. Assembly loses 2, goes down to 14. Nick, what is next that Will and Albert have to take?
Galaxy Quests.
Let's get bets, starting with Albert
2.
and Will.
I went 1.
Okay. Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, who plays Stilgar in Dune Part 2?
Dune. I took my niece to see a movie the other night, and this was playing as part of like the Best Picture Festival. I was like, "You want to go watch Dune Part 2?" And she goes, "Well, I haven't seen Dune Part 1." I was like, "Then you'd be fucking lost." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Will
I said Christopher Walken.
and Albert.
I'm hoping this is Javier Bardem.
It is Javier Bardem.
Okay,
that
that's
is
what I
correct.
can remember.
We are back to where we were, 20-16, 4-point game. You can now reset who takes the next category. The category is YA. Let's get bets, starting with the Pinheads. Who's taking it and how much?
I'm being a wuss. I said 1.
Okay, and Assembly.
I'm going to.
Okay, your question in the category of YA. In Divergent, what part of Triss's body is cut by a knife that is thrown at her by 4 during Dauntless training? So good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Albert
Here.
and Will.
Yeah, I should have bet 2. I went ear.
Ear's correct. 21-18 is now the score. Next category that Jeremy and Jack have to take. What is it, Nick?
Category is Epic Adventures.
Okay.
All right, let's get bets starting with Pinheads. Who's taking it? All right, Jeremy's taking it. Duh. Bets.
Yeah.
1. Okay.
You know.
And Jack.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Question in Epic Adventures. In The Mummy Returns, who reads from the Book of the Dead in order to resurrect Evelyn? Just need first name.
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, I heard that from Jeremy first. Go ahead, Nick.
Question again. In The Mummy Returns, who reads from the Book of the Dead in order to resurrect Evelyn?
Yeah.
Na, na, na.
5, 3, 2,
Mashup.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Jeremy
Jonathan.
and Jack.
I haven't seen these movies, so I apologize, Albert. God, I hope someone in this movie's name is Harry.
And your winners, Pinheads. The answer was Alex. Alex.
Yeah.
Nick, thoughts on the match?
If you want to talk about a back and forth, we literally ended round 3 at the same score that we started it at.
Yeah, we did.
And they did not bet 0 the entirety of the way. A good match. I thought it was actually a really strong showing from Pinheads.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I don't want to make assumptions, but I would assume Albert is not as deep into this as he used to be when he was contending for singles titles and things like that. But you could just see the gears kicking. Like, he probably hasn't watched a Bond movie in 2 years, but you could just see him like,
yeah, and the motherfucker just goes, I think it's golden.
yeah. So that was cool. It was cool to watch. It's very fun to watch some Assembly Required work together. I think they're a very fun team. But Pinheads had one of their good games today. They have good games and they have bad games. Today was a good game, and they earned the win for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go talk to the players right now in the post-match interviews.
Some Assembly Required. Not the best of luck today. You got opponents. They got opponents too, but seemed like they were able to work through theirs a little bit better than you guys were able to do yours. But still, you knew the answers to questions. You just needed a bit of reassurance. And then round 3 was a crapshoot. Like, quite frankly, like a bet either team could have bet differently on every question, and we would have been in a wildly different place. So at the end of the day, it was kind of a hard match to predict and play strategy-wise. And at the end of the day, they just outscored you in round 1, and that turned out to be the difference throughout the entirety of the match. How are you guys feeling about the performance? Definitely better than your last time out, so that's got to at least be a positive. But
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a step in the right direction from last time, but that was 3 steps back. But no, this is, I mean, it's never fun to lose, and especially when it's definitely your fault that you did. I shit the bed in round 3 there, but Albert, I'm very happy to be on a team with Albert, and I feel like any other day, we're a little more confident in those bond questions. Maybe we decide to just shoot for it. I don't know, but on double opponent's choice, you can't really complain too much, I guess.
Yeah, first of all, congrats on Pinheads for the win. Great performance. Second of all, Nick and Tim nailed it. I'm rusty as heck. Haven't seen a lot of films in a very long time. That tiger thing, I do remember a helicopter in the sequence of the beginning of the film. I think a friend of mine is like a helicopter fanatic. I was like, you remember the tiger sequence in the beginning? I think it just got stuck in my head. I was like, is it GoldenEye? But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's been a hiatus since we last played, so it's been a while. So it's nice to get a groove back into things. Obviously, we're not in the best form. Hopefully, in the future, we can be in better shape.
Yeah, and I think you guys will be. If anything, you now have a negative record. I think you might be playing teams that will have a difficult time against you. So that's good news, if anything. But guys, congratulations on a match well played today. We'll see you later on in the season.
Thank you.
Pinheads, welcome back to the winner's circle. It is. This match was a roller coaster, and your guys' journey as a team is quite the roller coaster. But you guys played very, very well today. They are no slouches. Jack has been in teams contender matches. Albert has challenged for teams and singles titles. They're two very good players, and quite frankly, you dominated for the majority of the match. So that's gotta put your spirits in the right place at the very least moving forward with this season. Bit of a tough time at the end of last season. You got thrown into a contender match against Rule of Two. Yeah. Rough way to end the season, but this has got to be a nice bounce back from that. Am I correct?
Yeah. I like how you said we had one of our good games. Good is in quotes. I appreciate that. Yeah, we did. And also, I think Rusty Albert is still extremely scary because that Rust seemed to be gone as soon as the wheels started spinning. He seemed to be Albert. Yeah. So kudos, guys. Great game. They're great dudes. Even Jack. Everybody else can shit on Jack. I think Jack, you're great. Don't quote me. But this is
Ryan, go.
No, you guys did a very good job. I mean, they did great. You guys had come on. You saw at the end of that first round, you guys had a very strong lead. And despite landing on opponent's choice, you worked very well with Pixar together. It took you guys maybe a few, when it came to those options, but even if you did miss one question, you guys still kept the pressure on Jack and Albert to really, at least for the betting round. So, despite regarding how you guys feel about your performance, trust me, you guys did very good. You worked well. You knew exactly what you needed to do in the betting round. So, to be honest, even though, Bill, you brought me in to manage, you guys honestly had this in the bag. I'm just here to give you more morale and support. And honestly, I was trying to do mentalism to shout out the last answer for the Mummy 2, but I'm glad it didn't work.
Fair. Will, thoughts on the match today?
Yeah. So first, I absolutely want to say good game to Albert and Jack. Jack, as someone who is proverbially shit the bed in our matches before, all you have to do is just change sheets, do laundry, and then you have new sheets. It's all good. But honestly, you guys did a great game. I understand your hesitation giving us either YA or Pixar, giving me one of my bread and butter categories versus a category I just studied recently. That's always a tough call to make. So, but again, double opponent's choice. How many times are we going to get opponent's choice in our careers? Right. Seriously, almost every single match. But it really feels good starting off the season with a win. This is the first time that we've started a season off with a win since our debut, which is a rough stat to have. Yeah. But doing it against a team like some assembly required does feel like more of an earned victory than if we would have played someone else, I feel. So I feel great, and I can't wait to see what the season brings for us.
Sounds like a plan. Well, this will set you up nicely for the coming acts. May see you back in a contender match before too long. So definitely exciting. I know who you're playing.
That was our fifth one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, all right. I know who you're playing next, but I'm not confident that it will still be who you're playing. It may change. So for now, we'll keep it a mystery.
Oh, that's dirty, Nick. Come on.
But guys,
you like Jack Sheets.
guys, congrats on the win. We'll see you
Thank you,
next.
sir.
Well, that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. I want to thank the Pinheads. Thanks, Some Assembly Required. Thank you to Ryan for managing. Thank you to Nick for writing. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match. Until then, have a good night.